Hi, this is Avara from Scrappy Mania, and today I have a product review, and I'm reviewing these pan pastels against other chalks that I have. My daughter gave me a gift certificate from Amazon, and I decided to treat myself to these pastels. I've been looking at these for a while, but because they're a little pricey, I never broke down and bought them. And the reasoning that I had behind that is because I do have other chalks, and I felt that why buy these if I have other chalks, and they more than likely will do the same thing. So I want to test my theory to see if they do the same thing. So we're going to test it against glimmer chalks, and I know these are a little different. They're glimmer chalks. What I'm looking for is how well it looks to shade a flower. I'm also looking to see how saturated the pigments are, and if you really see a big difference between these and the pan pastels. So I got chalks, glimmer chalks, and these are from Craft Tea Products. I also bought the stencil collection some time ago, and these are non-smearing pastels, and I really do like these because once you place them down, you can brush over with your hand and it won't smear. So I do have those. I got some pebbles. And if you go to Tuesday Morning this week, you'll find that they have some pebbles, or at least here in Arizona, they had some of these on sale. So I got some pebbles. These I bought a long time ago. So these are some regular chalks. Of course, I got the pan pastels, and the ones that I bought, because it was kind of confusing a little bit in Amazon, because you had different sets, and they had some really big sets for like 70 bucks. I didn't want to get that many, and I didn't want to spend that much, so I just got the flower one because I do like how Susan Tierney does her flowers and her shading, and she used pan pastels to do that. I do have some of her dyes, and I do also have other flower punches, so I decided to get hers because I like the colors that she had. She had a lot of bright colors, and these are the nice bright colors. I would think they will look very nice with flowers. I got my stamping pastels. I bought these a long time ago. And then of course I got the Reeves. You know, the soft pastels that you get at your local Michael's or even Joann's. They're pretty good. So I'm going to use those, and let's compare them. I already went ahead and created a little comparison chart. So let's start with our glimmer chalks. And oh, before I forget, what you get if you buy the pan pastel kit, this one, the flower coloring kit 1, she also has a flower coloring kit 2, and those mainly are your purples and your greens. You do get some tools. So what I got is I got these little 2 tools. I got this for applying the pastel, and then I got 4 of these, 2 of each of these. But I'm going to go ahead and use some Q-tips. These are the baby safety swabs, and these are perfect for flower centers because you can cut these and then use some tissue paper and cover it, and then you use that for your flower center. You wrap your flower against it, around it, and you do have a nice little stem. So that's why I got these, but I'm going to use that instead of these little tools. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with my chalk. And actually this chalk comes with these little makeup applicators, so I'll use these. And I'm going to use the pink. I'm going to put some on my applicator, and then I'm going to smear it on here. And actually this applicator is breaking apart, so let's use this. Not bad. Okay, so that's what you get. It's not bad for coloring a flower. Now let me go, and the next one is the non-smearing pastels. And these, They do smear a little bit. Okay. So with the non-smearing pastels, one thing they have you do is they have you rough it up a little bit just to loosen it up. And I got a lot on my little applicator, and then place it down. Those are pretty nice. See? They smear a little bit. They're supposed to be non-smearing, but it could be that I put a lot on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the pebbles. And I'm going to try to stay in the same color, use the same color. Put that over there. Okay, I got good amount on here. Not bad. Okay, next one I'm going to use is the Stamping Pastels. Now these are pretty old, so they're kind of, some of them are broken apart, but they still work. That's the only thing I didn't like about the Stampin' Up ones. They break pretty easily, so you have to, they're kind of delicate. So I'm going to go ahead, use this pink, get a good amount on my cotton swab. Pretty nice. Okay, the next one I'm going to test is the wreaths. And for the wreaths, I do the same thing. I take a little scrape thing or a little metal tool, and I scrape it, like you see there. Then I'm going to take my cotton swab and then put that there. Now what I notice about the wreaths, of all the pastels that I have, the wreaths have less pigment. So you need more of the product in order to get a nice dark surface, which is to expect it because you can get these very cheap. They're very economical. So if you want a light little wash on your flower, then you can, the wreaths are pretty good. You just got to use a little more product. And now the last one I'm going to test is the pan pastel. Now the pan pastel are very pigmented, so you really don't, you want to use a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. So I'm just going to tap. See, I have a little bit there, and then I'll apply it. Okay, so of all of them, so pan pastel has a lot of pigment, as well as the Stamping Pastels, and the non-smearing pastel is also very has a lot of pigment. The Pebble Chalk, it looks like, because they're different colors, that's the thing, I don't have the exact same color on all of it. I think the Pebble Chalk is also has a lot of pigment. The wreaths is very light, so of all of these, the wreaths, you have to use a lot more product for that, for getting the shading that you want. And the Glimmer Pastels, I like them because they're glimmery, and it does have, you know, it's a little lighter. So now let's go ahead and compare these on flowers, because that's what I want to buy. I bought it for, is for shading my flowers. So let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna go ahead and use a new Q-tip, and I just want to shade the middles of my flower here. that one is Chalk Pastel. Let's go ahead and use the other side. This is from the Stencil, non-smearing pastel from the Stencil company. Not bad. Now let's go ahead and do the pebble. Okay. So this is from the Pebble chalk set. Not bad. Stamping Pastels. See how very pigmented the Stamping Pastels are. Okay. Now the Reeves. And then last we have stamping the pan pastels. So in comparison, they're all about all the chalks that I have will give me about the same effect. Some you have to apply more of the product, others less of the product. With pan pastels, even though they're a little more expensive, and actually on Amazon I got this whole kit, I think it was for $43, and I thought that was pretty reasonable because you got 10 colors and you got some tools and you got the tray too. So that was pretty nice. So I thought it was pretty good. So for this one, you get a lot more product, and it has a lot of pigment. So a little bit goes a long way. So this is not bad of an investment. But if you have the other pastels and you kind of don't want to spend too much money, then I would stick with the other pastels. The Stencil collection is the second choice that I would pick because it's non-smearing. However, these were not that cheap. These were $20 when I bought them. But compare the amount that you get. It goes a long way, but look at the little blocks that you get. But you get more colors. That's the thing. You get little blocks. You get a lot more color for about $20. You get a lot of the product, more product, but you get less colors on this one. So to me, both of these two are probably the same price range, because you get more colors. It's about 20 bucks. You get less color, but they very pigmented, both of them, highly pigmented. Stamping Pastel will be my third choice. I do like the Stamping Pastel. It does have a lot of color on there too, so I do like this one. My Pebbles will be my next choice, and my last choice would be the Reeves. Reeves are kind of good for giving to kids and to play with. I also use these for washes, so sometimes I mix it with some glazy medium or gels and things, and use it to make a light wash. So these are good for that. So I hope this was informative, and thank you for watching. Bye now.